What is up, my special mean brothers and sisters? I am back at it again, once again with another figure review. This time I'm going to be reviewing the red morphed Ranger Ken from Street Fighters versus Power Rangers. Now, this has been like an ongoing series that they've been having. I know they have other figures like Chun-Li and Cammy, as well as Ryu, which I already reviewed him early on this year. But now I finally got Ken in my hands. And what other better time to review this guy than with the new release of Street Fighter, what is it? Street Fighter 6 that's coming out. Is everybody really hyped for the game or not? I do love a good arcade versus game, but I'm more of a, well, actually, I couldn't even say more of a, because I do like Dragon Ball FighterZ, Dragon Ball Xenoverse. I do love Street Fighter, but once it kind of got into Street Fighter 5, I wasn't really feeling it, but that's just all on me. I don't know, with the hype of this game, I might get it. Everybody knows my favorite character is Guile with his somersault kicks and as well as his sonic booms. So without further ado, guys, let's just stop talking about it and let's get into the video. Alright guys, here we have my homeboy Ken, well actually the Morphed Ken Soaring Falcon Ranger. That is his official name from the Power Rangers Lightning Collection and versus Street Fighter line. They have been kind of pumping these out with Cammy and Ryu and with Ken, and I think the other one is Chun-Li. Didn't really care for the female figures. Nothing against the females, but they just kind of looked weird to me, and I said, excuse me, that I said to myself that if I was ever going to get a Power Rangers or Street Fighter figure that was kind of morphed together, then it would be Ken and Ryu. I already have Ryu. I already did a video of him maybe some months back. I'll try and have him in the playlist right alongside with this video, but this is the morphed Ryu Ken. I've been having him for a couple weeks now. It just took me a while for me to get to him. I just have been reviewing other things, and then with the Tamashii Nations World Tour kind of coming to an end and having the hype kind of, you know, settle and let the smoke settle and die down a bit. So now I can get on to these regular reviews. So with that being said, let's take a look at his aesthetics real quick. He looks really good. I can't say he is accurate like the comic book, because I think this is where this kind of comes from. Correct me if I'm wrong. His belt buckle looks really cool. I'll show it closer to the camera once we get into the articulation segment of the video, but the buckle, or I should say the morpher on him, is kind of more of like a falcon. So you'll see that once I kind of put it closer. The headpiece is very, very unique. It's just different from the Mighty Morphin regular Red Ranger. It looks really nice, unique, and in its own way. The gold is done very nice. His arms are kind of shown. I wish they wouldn't have done that with him. I would have wished that they kind of kept everything symmetrical and kind of one piece. As far as his gauntlets, they look nice black and white with the gold trim. And as far as the suit, it just looks really nice. I would have wished that his chest piece right here was kind of a more gold, like on the bottom of his feet, but they just kind of gave us like almost like a yellowish dark gold. I wish it would have stayed consistent all throughout the suit, like even the gold trim on his gauntlets as well as the top of his head. But we'll take a closer look at that, and let's get him off of the stand and into the articulation. So when it comes to his articulation, everybody knows we start from head to toe. So let's get it. Okay, so he's able to look up about this much, down about this much. Very standard with what we get. Left and right, not much, even though they have that new neck articulation, so there's not really much movement. The shield piece is not really going to hinder him. As you can see, it lifts up. So if you want to get him to do that old school, let's see. If you want to get him to do that old school dab that nobody does, then okay. Or if you want him to get in a fighting ready pose, then there he is. You can see the helmet right here. It just looks really, really nice. Let me get a zoom in right there. Come on, focus. So right there, everything looks good on it. A little bit of a sloppy paint right here where the white piece is, where his Tyrannosaurus or Falcon helmet is supposed to have the eye on. Looks really nice. You can see the details on the gloves as well, how they split from black to white. Cool. Nice bicep swivel right here, nothing too crazy. Bends at the elbow, really, really good. My dude's just relaxing, really good. Better than 90. We like those. So I have a little bit of a problem with mine, because this top part is able to move freely, right? So he can get the sides to sides, move in how he needs to, and he looks good, right? But I notice with this part, the bottom piece of the waist, like, let me see if I can get y'all to hear this. Hold on. Okay. So you bend him all the way back straight. He's able to go back that much, but let me see if it does it again. You heard that? That was a crack right there. And you'll be able to see this right here. You see that? How it kind of splits open? Right here. Watch how I do it again when I try to bring him forward. Look at that. It's like splitting open, and then you hear the crack again. That is no good from Hasbro, man. I mean, we pay a good amount of money for this, yada yada yada. I've already said the rant before. To me, they went downhill once they started going windowless, and they started to package these figures a little bit. Like, I don't know. I just don't like the path that they're kind of going. Real quick, this is his backside. But yeah, I don't like the path that they're kind of going. It just kind of just irks me, and it's kind of hard to keep supporting these guys. So, granted, this might be one of the last waves that I get. Him, and then I think the last waves that I'll get is Lightspeed Rescue, because I need that Titanium Ranger. Dope. And I think I'll be done with that. Let's see. Able to lift his leg up this high. Nothing too crazy. We have a, let's see, swivel right here at the upper part of the thigh, a thigh swivel. And then bends. Let's see. Bends right here at the knee. Better than 90. We do have a boot cut right there. Boot cut right there. You're able to put his feet back this much and then bring it forward this much. You do have a little gap, but nothing too crazy. So yeah, I'm kind of disappointed that I had that, at least for mine, that part that is kind of cracking right there. Oh, real quick, I want to show you his morpher. Let me see if I can get. So if you guys can see, his morpher is like a falcon. It's not the it's not the T-Rex that Jason has. So that looks really nice. Let's go over his accessories, and then I'll give my final thoughts. Should be good right there. Hope he doesn't fall. Okay, real quick over the accessories. He doesn't really have much in terms of let's see, practicality, because he does have effects, but I could really kind of care less for the effects for these Rangers. All right, so he has two fisted hands right here, which is nice. Nothing too crazy. They're the open palm hands is what he comes with out of the package, and then this comes in the package. Closed fist. You do have, let's see, a base right here. You have to connect it. This comes separate, so you right out of the package you connect that, and then you're able to put the holes right here, his foot right here in these pegs. And to put on that, you can either put, let's see, this effect, which is for his foot, and it doesn't sit on there securely. It just kind of like floats on there, and then you'll have to use this piece right here. I don't know if it's showing that whole piece right here, and then just kind of like peg it in, so that way he can kind of have his foot in the air. That's that. Or you can have this nice eagle, or falcon, I should say. This falcon's really dope. I think I like this one better than the morphed White Ranger Ryu. And I think it has a hole right here, so you can peg this on top of it as well, on top of the stand. And then last but not least, we have his kind of Soryuken super special right here. So that looks really nice. I'm just gonna try and put some of these on him and then give my final thoughts on the homeboy. Okay, and here he is with as much accessories as I can put on him, and I got him in the Shoryuken pose. As you can see, I put the both closed fists on him. Of course, you can't see the closed fists on his effect, but I also put his falcon right next to him on the base stand, and everything looks really, really nice. But you know what would be even nicer is if he was paired with the actual Ken. Now right here I have him paired with the Ken from SH Figure Arts, and with his Shoryuken that he is using as well, his flame one. And as you can see, for scale comparison, they really scale very, very well. I had them standing up side by side, and they do really scale really, really well. The only difference from the Ken from the Morphed Ranger is that his flame is a little bit more red than orange, whereas the Ken from StreetFighter actually uses his orange flame for his flaming attack. So I haven't really seen anybody do this. I mean, I've seen different reviews of Ken and the Morphed Ken Ranger, the Falcon Ranger, but I've never seen them kind of put them up side by side, and I'm like, what? Why are we not doing this? If somebody has seen them, then good for y'all, but I have not yet seen them, and it looks really good. I think I might have them side by side like this, and with Ryu in his morph form, and that would look really dope. But my final thoughts, if you guys don't already have this figure, I mean, with the QC issues that have been kind of going on and the new direction that Hasbro has been wanting to go with the Lightning collection, I don't know. I mean, to me, it's a cop, because I wanted the figure for the longest and I finally got him. But as far as having him just like to collect the whole collection, I wouldn't do it. That's just me. Alright guys, that's going to wrap this video up. Let me know in the comment section below if this guy is going to be a pass or grab. Major Piccolo shout out to everybody supporting the channel since day one. And like I've said, the channel is lazy, but the movement ain't. Open for plans tonight.